Okay.
Hi, my name is Aerica Kareem, CEO and founder of the Mommy Lifestyle Success TV. I help stay-at-home moms that feel stuck and unfulfilled, and I help them unleash their inner greatness and maximize their true potential. Today I have with me a lovely lady, Marian Hobson. And I've been knowing her for some time now. And I asked her, can I interview her? Because she kind of do the same thing that I do, maybe a little bit different, but I just wanted to interview her so that you all can know exactly who some of the people that I hang out with. So, hey Marian, how are you?
I'm great. Erica, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. I want to thank you so much for coming on with me and accepting my interview.
Oh, certainly. Thanks for the opportunity.
So, I wanted to, for my audience to know exactly who is Marian Hobson. Who are you?
Erica, I love answering that question because it always makes me think. That for my life, my answer was I am the ninth of 10 kids because that really defines a lot of who I am. But I'm also a wife. I've got 3 kids. I'm a stepmother. I've been an entrepreneur for about 15 years, which I like to say some of that was on again, off again. So I know what it means to really be an entrepreneur. And I also know what it means to be an entrepreneur because I've done both. I am also a lover of life. I really just love to live life, and that means that I enjoy both the ups and the downs. And I really like to I focus on making the downs as quick as possible so I can get back up and just enjoy life.
Wonderful. Excellent. Excellent. So what do you do?
Well, I am a business coach focused on sales and marketing, and I show women entrepreneurs how to earn a 6-figure income while working part-time by utilizing proper sales techniques.
I love it. I love it. I know my mommies out there would love to talk to you. Not having to work so hard and make 6 figures. Great, great. So do you think that you found your purpose?
Well, I have. My purpose I found many years ago. My how to do that purpose, I believe I'm continuing to learn it. But my purpose I've had for many years, and that is to heal families financially, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Right.
So
right.
Financially first, and when we start working on that, I find that the mental, emotional, and physical falls right in line.
Absolutely. Now, I always ask my mothers, did you fight it? When you first figured out, okay, this is my purpose, this is my calling, did you fight it in the beginning?
Absolutely. No, I fight it every day. No, not every day, but I fight it a lot. Especially the aspect of having the financial first, because you and I talk a lot with different coaches who talk about make your message. And I have not always been strong financially, and I have not always been strong as a business person. And so when I started getting pulled that I needed to do financial first and I needed to do sales first, absolutely I fought it 100%. It helped me a lot to be told, remember, you're teaching the people who are just behind you. And so as I meet people, I am finding that more and more. I recognize the people who are just ahead of me, and I connect with them so that they can teach me. I see the people who are at the same level as me and make partnerships with them. And then the people who I notice are just slightly behind me, I go, You're my client, so let's go.
Right, absolutely. So what would you tell my mothers that will listen to you, how to overcome fear, or what can you tell them that something you've been through, or what's a good lesson for them today?
Oh my goodness. Good day to ask me that, Aerica. There's a lot of different strategies. And the first one is to try to make yourself feel better. And I spent a lot of time focused on make myself feel better first. And what happens, I've discovered, at least with myself and with most of my clients, when I focused first on making myself feel better, very little action and very little results take. I'll do like a few breathing techniques or I do tapping, if you've ever heard of that, emotional freedom technique. If I'll do just enough of that to kind of resolve the anxiety and then take action. The biggest thing that has helped me to overcome fear is to take action that got results. Because what happens, I have this awesome story, and it's from one of my first sales jobs. Because I really had sold myself into this job. I feel like I, as some of the other people that I was training. But I call this story like Larry, Linda, and Marian, even though I changed some of the names. At the end of the training, they asked us to pick up the phone and start making calls. Well, Larry would spend the day about 3 hours preparing to make the call. And then he would make one call, and half the time he got voicemail. And then he would spend another 3 hours and make another call. And Linda would spend an hour, make a call, spend an hour, make a call. Well, I had it in my mind that they wanted us to make 25 calls a day. And I decided that I was going to make those 25 calls regardless. So I would pick up the phone first thing in the morning and make 5 calls. And whether I got voicemail, whether I stumbled on my words or whatever, I knew they wanted me to make 25 calls a day, so I would just pick up the phone. I'd make 5 calls, and whatever came of them, I'd then choose one person that I wanted to prepare a little bit more for and make that call. Half the time, again, I got their voicemail. But then I'd make 5 more calls right in a row. And what happened at the end of the year is I was state rookie of the year for the entire company. Linda had left the company, and Larry was fighting with the union to keep his job. And so what I learned from that, and what I have to remind myself as an entrepreneur, is set myself some kind of standard and do it, regardless of how much I feel fear. Because there's good days that I feel the fear, and there's going to be days that I am totally calm. And so really on those days, for me right now, my standard is 3 times a week I have to make 5 calls to people I haven't talked to at all or in a month or more. And when I set a standard like that and just hold myself accountable to it, regardless of whether I feel the fear or not, I see my business moving and I see results come.
Right. So when you put 100% of intention into something, the rest shows up, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Intention, commitment, a decision that you're going to take that action, even with the fear. I did that this morning, honestly. I had a big client on the line who's trying to make a decision, and they didn't answer my phone call. I was like, well, I still have to make these other 5 calls, and so I did.
Yes, absolutely. Now I'm going to ask you what I ask all my people that come on here. What pisses you off?
What gets me angry?
Okay.
I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. What gets me most angry is women and mothers who buy a business kit or buy coaching or buy business cards. That's what really, really gets me angry. They buy business cards and say, I'm in business, and then never do anything else and wonder why they're not making the money that they want to make. I mean, one of the biggest complaints I think from mothers who are entrepreneurs is that they want to be a mom first. And sometimes it boils down to you have to be an entrepreneur first. And making that tough decision, I completely agree, is just a tough decision. But if you want to have results in your business, you just have to do it sometimes. You have to tell your kids and your husband, leave me alone, lock the door. You might even have to break down and go rent an office so you can walk away. It just really pisses me off.
Okay.
Say they're in business, but they don't act like it.
Right. So they keep being a hobby owner instead of a business owner, right?
Yeah. For sure.
I totally get it. And I will tell you, I've been there before, until I figure out, first, number one, you need a coach, right? And you need an accountability partner. And you need someone that's going to hold, some people really need their hand to be held. But like you said, you have to decide to make that commitment. Who are you going to put first? And in business, you have to put yourself first, do self-care, and then everything else will fall in line, So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah. Your kids learn how to take care of themselves. Your husband even learns how to cook. Things like that. They fall into place when you put yourself first. I like the way you said that.
Absolutely. So, what can you tell me that one or two things that you have done to help you grow your business?
I got out of the house.
Good.
Honestly, I was surprised on two accounts. First of all, I was surprised how cheap it was to get an office. I mean, I just needed one room where I could set up my shop, so to speak, and how much of a difference that made for me, where I could say, I have to go to the office. I'm going to the office because when I was working from home for so many years, it was so easy to get with the dishes, the laundry, the phone calls from family and friends, but getting the office was a huge step in the right direction for my business. It was also hiring, not only, for me, I joined a network of coaches and I hired a personal coach. And doing those things together has bit's the best thing I could have ever done for my business.
Absolutely. And don't you know that getting out of the house it's just a new environment, right? You can it's peace and harmony.
It is, and even more than that, Aerica, I find that people take me more seriously when I talk about my office and really mean my office.
Yeah.
Like I say, this street behind the theater, there's this office building. They take me more seriously than when I would say, I just my office is in my home. And they'd almost roll their eyes and walk the other way.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you, since this is a mommy TV show, what kind of challenges have you had? Just give me one that you regret in raising your children. Like mine would be. Well, I'll tell you what mine is. First, you tell me what yours is.
Okay. My biggest regret is that I didn't take my business more seriously, and thus did not get the results that I needed to get when I could have gotten them.
Okay.
Because the rest, like you said, the rest is falling in place, and I do naturally and they do naturally. But taking my business seriously and being a better example to my children as a businesswoman would be my biggest regret.
Right. So mine is kind of in line with yours. Mine is being present and not really being present. So being at home,
Yeah.
you know, being at home, and then, you know, they still need and want their emotional needs, and, you know, they want me to get up and do stuff with them, and I'll be like, okay, baby, hold on, let me type this one more email.
Isn't that true? That would probably be number 2 on my piss me off list.
Yeah.
Because it's true. And I have had to set business hours and tell my kids, you close my computer. If I'm working from home, you close my computer. If I'm not working from home, you start texting me and calling me at this time because this is when I'm supposed to be done. Yeah, but because when you're at home and you are and halfway doing it.
Absolutely. So, do you have any upcoming projects or products you'd want to tell us about?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm doing a webinar called Double My Income.
Okay.
And that introduces my Double Your Income Business Boot Camp. And you can find it at doublemyincome.makesaleSimply.com. So it's a little bit long, but I'm doing it this Wednesday. It will also be rebroadcast on Saturday. And if you just go to doublemyincome.makesaleSimply.com, you'll find out about other rebroadcasts and how you can sign up for the boot camp.
Okay, wonderful. So everyone hears that. Give them the website one more time.
Okay, it's doublemyincome.makesaleSimply.com. You can also find it if you go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Make Sales Simply. You'll see my bright and smiling face. Okay. And at the top, there will be a link to sign up for the webinar.
Okay. My last question is, how can someone get a hold of you?
Oh, so many ways. So you can, the easiest way is through Facebook. My username on Facebook is Marian Hobson, and I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. You can also find me on Twitter, and those are the 2 easiest ways to find me, mostly because that goes straight to my cell phone, and my email, it doesn't go straight to my cell phone.
Okay.
But that's the best way to catch me. You can also email me at Marian, MARIAN, at MakeSalesSimply.com.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Marian, for coming on with me. I really appreciate your time.
Sure, Aerica. Thank you for the invitation.
Yes. So this is Aerica Kareem at Mommy Lifestyle Success TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next week. Bye-bye.